From road trips through Iceland to reading more books and finally donating some blood, birthday bucket lists push me out of my comfort zone and create adventure every year. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Bex, a Canadian graphic designer, baker, and sometimes gamer. And today we are talking about one of my favorite and most long-standing traditions, birthday bucket lists. So what is a birthday bucket list? Every year on your birthday, you create a list of things that you want to do that year before your next birthday. So I first heard about this concept about 8 years ago from Amanda over at Wit and Whistle, and I absolutely loved it. I made my first birthday bucket list when I was 23 years old. I documented it in a bullet journal, and then I decided to kickstart a blog, and I've been tracking my lists ever since over on my blog. So I'll link that down in the description. So typically a bucket list is a list of things that are pretty extravagant, whether it's ride a hot air balloon or travel to 50 different countries or some big, huge thing that you hope to accomplish sometime in your life, but you never actually put any planning behind them. They're just these ideas that exist on some list somewhere without much action behind them. So birthday bucket lists for me is a great way to take these ideas and turn them into tangible, actionable things. Here is 5 reasons why I think you should make a birthday bucket list this year. Reason number 1 is they create intentionality. Creating a list of things to do each year creates the intention that you're going to try and accomplish it in that year. So it puts a time frame on it and it gets the idea in your head. So the nice thing about these lists is it doesn't have to be big, huge things. One of my favorite things to put on my list was to try 3 new recipes every year. This was a great thing to have on my list because normally I would just make the same thing day in, day out until now, of course, we know that I have good food. If you want to see what I think about good food, check the link up in the corner there. They can be small things. It can be read 6 books. It creates that intention to read books. It can be wear more hats. Maybe you always want to wear hats, but you never wear them, so you put them on your birthday bucket list. Getting these ideas or things you've always wanted to try, even if they're small, getting them down on a list creates the intention that you're actually gonna try to do it that year. The second reason why I think you should create a birthday bucket list is because it creates an encouraging environment. It takes these little things or sometimes big things and creates structure around them. When you check something off your list, it is so exciting, and these are fun things. Whatever you want to accomplish in life or whatever is going to be fulfilling to you, being able to say, I did that, gives you that boost of encouragement, and it's really a great way to keep yourself motivated as you see the progress you're making on your birthday bucket list each year. The third reason why I think you should start a birthday bucket list is that it helps you document these great moments in your life. My birthday bucket lists are the sole reason why I started a blog, 7 years ago. Now, I never wanted to share my life with the world. I was always very shy, thought no one would care what I had to say. So for probably about 5 years, my blog, nobody knew it existed. It was for me and me alone to try to document these fun things I was doing. And it helped me and encouraged me actually to check the things off of my list, because then I could share them on my blog, even though it was just for me, and it fed that whole content creation cycle of doing fun things and sharing them with the world. And so the really cool thing about these bucket lists is I now have a blog that I can go back on from like 7 years ago and see the really cool fun things that I did, and it's so fun just to go back and read through. And there was no pressure, it was literally just for me. And even if you don't want to share it with the world, start a journal at home to document your list through. It's just fun to be able to go back and remember the good stuff that's happened, especially in hard times. Sometimes we forget about the good, and so being able to go back and revisit it, super encouraging. Definitely recommend birthday bucket lists for that reason. The fourth reason why you should start your own birthday bucket list is that it encourages you to try new things. Trying new recipes every year. If it wasn't on my birthday bucket list, there's a good chance that I wouldn't think to look them up or do anything like that. Going rock climbing, for example, that was on my birthday bucket list one year. I used to do it as a kid and I would just never find time as an adult, but I remember loving it. So I put it on my list, we found a gym, and we made it happen. It was so much fun. Another thing that I like to put on my list is watching the sunset. Now, I love watching the sunset. It's beautiful, but I would never think to sit back and just watch the sunset. But because it's on my list, it creates those moments for me to just slow down and take in my surroundings and what's happening and really just appreciate the good moments. One of my favorite things that I put on my birthday bucket list was decorating a new sugar cookie. I cannot tell you how many hours I used to spend on Facebook watching the sugar cookie decorating videos, and I had never made one in my entire life. And then that one year I was like, you know what? No, I'm putting this on my bucket list. And now decorating sugar cookies is one of my favorite things to do. It even created an avenue for me to sell cookie orders to friends. And without my birthday bucket list, that never would have happened. So putting things down that you want to try and creating that intentionality and getting it on your bucket list, it helps you try new things, and it's really so rewarding and worth it. And the fifth reason why I think you should create a birthday bucket list is that they invite your friends and family and the people who mean a lot to you to participate in your list with you. I've been doing these lists for quite a few years, and I've told my friends about them, and quite a few of my friends have actually created their own list as well. And on my list, I usually put go on an adventure with Sarah, and she also has made lists in the past, and you get to invite your friends to create these memories with you. They know that you're trying to accomplish something, and people are so happy to come along on your journey with them. Sometimes you just have to give them a little bit of encouragement or give them some ideas of things you can do. For example, 2 years ago, I was so close to finishing my list. There's just a few items left I had to check off, and my sister created these little birthday events so that we could check off the final pieces of the puzzle. She hosted a really cute backyard macrame party so we could create a macrame piece from Natalie Renee's macrame book. She threw a little kid birthday party with all of the little kids in my life and bought 12 baby books for them to read to me because I had read 12 books on my list. One year I had run a half marathon on my list, and I convinced my sister to train with me and run it with me, and it just created these really fun moments. So by creating a list of things you want to accomplish and getting it down on paper or in a blog and sharing it with your friends and family, you create the opportunities to invite them into these moments and create these really special memories, which if you go back to step number 3, where you're documenting it and sharing it with the world, then you get to go back and remember these really, really great things that have happened in your life in just that 1 year. And so birthday bucket lists, they're definitely my favorite thing. My birthday was this past weekend, and of course I have a new birthday bucket list that I have gotten up on my blog. So if you want to go check out what's on my list this year, be sure to check out my blog post in the links below. And yeah, I would love to hear if you guys create a birthday bucket list. I think they are the single greatest thing to create intentionality and create memories and share them with the world and your friends and family. So be sure to let me know in the comments below if you create a list, and if you document it or post it on a blog somewhere, please, please, please share it. I would love to see it. And of course, thanks to Amanda for inspiring me 8 years ago to create these lists. They've been my favorite thing that I've done for the last 8 years. Definitely a tradition worthy of having. So that's all for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, and also, of course, you can expect to see all of the items on my list in some form or another in a video in the coming year, because why not share them with the world? See you guys in the next video. Bye!